Hey there, it's Chelle. Clint and Mom are inside. It is snowing here, but I had some ideas. I wanted to get out here and trying to stay a day or two ahead on videos. But yeah, it's snowing. Look at this, it's beautiful. Okay, I did not know this was blueberry paper or blackberry paper. Let me look, hold on. She just wrote me this morning. Hi, Kathy. And she said it is a berry we used to make ink. So I'm not sure what it is actually. But yeah, she made it out of a berry. She colored the paper. I'm going to use these instead of the coffee day paper. Thank you, Kathy, for reminding me. And I told her I would come out here in a minute. It is snowing here, or I should say it has snowed here. Accidents like crazy on our highway. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's slush out there or what, but up until a couple of years ago, we never had this highway closed. And this morning they were talking about closing it. But what's odd is about 2 miles south and 2 miles north, because our highway runs north and south, but there's an accident at both of those points. It's crazy. And then she told me that this was blue and white. So if you see it, it's like a light blue on the back and then white. There you go. So I'm going to start using these. Is that 8.5 by 11? I'm sure it is. And put some of these in there too. And then she also gave me a dark blue that we can also put in, right? Let me go grab it. So I don't see it right now. I tell you. I brought out some stuff from inside the house. And I thought I brought out that paper. Oh wait, is that it? It's the paper. I just was thinking it was a darker blue. So I did find it. So we're going to use this in the journal. And I think I'm going to go ahead and like stencil it, and then we're going to do something fun on this. Figure out where to put my stencil. Here it is. But I really love this stencil, and I was like, you know, it's going to be a theme throughout this journal. So it's still early. I mean, it's almost 9, so it's pretty early. Clint's been working on ink blenders. So just to holler out, the sale ends tonight, which is Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday when this shows. That's the last day of the sale. If you are looking for an ink blender. So it's just the Rambling Crafter on Etsy. There's always a link below. This is kind of fun because it actually kind of matches, kind of lines up really nicely. Watching Hallmark this morning already. Yesterday I really had like a slight migraine, and so I ended up staying home doing nothing. I didn't do a dang thing yesterday, which was nice, you know. So pale you almost can't tell that it's blue, huh? The cats were hungry, so I didn't feed them before I come out here. Clint feeds them, so he'll feed them. If you hear them crying, that's them. They're not starving. I mean, we feed them every day. But yeah, I tell you, we've been listening to that scanner all morning. From the time Clint opened or looked out the windows and saw a traffic jam on our highway, which is pretty unusual. Though one time it did close down for like 8 hours, and it was on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and there was a truck down at the end of our driveway, like an 18-wheeler. So Clint went down and gave them some cookies and stuff. And what was really sweet is the next year, it was like June or July, the truck driver, it was a woman, she brought back our thermos. He took a thermos down for her. You know, we weren't concerned about getting it back, and she brought us the sweetest little note and everything. I still have that note. And yeah, it's like 6 months later, somebody's knocking on her door and saying thank you so much, and we she still believes in humanity, you know. It was a good thing, so it was a sweet remembrance. But yeah, I still have her letter. I'm going to put it in a journal or something. But I remember thinking, oh, I have Christmas cookies in the freezer. So we took her some cookies and some hot coffee. And she told him that she'd been stuck just sitting in her truck for 8 hours. And when she got to this point, she just pulled over and went to sleep. So I thought that was pretty cool. This weather always reminds me of that. So I'm just going to do this one page because I have another idea on how to kind of incorporate some circles, because we still have a couple left. And we will be doing, in the new year, I am going to do a circle series. I have a couple ideas, and then Beverly, you know, she sent all those fun circle ideas. So that's what got me to thinking. So I need to write it down so I don't forget, because I am the world's worst. And then I will do a drawing later today, Wednesday. And I haven't heard from anyone, so I'm assuming that I have all the packages delivered, the entries. But yeah, Clint went to town, or went to Durango, which is like an hour and a half over there. 9 o'clock. He left here at 7:30. 9 o'clock, he says, I'm done over here, I'm heading home. So he did have to run and grab a couple of groceries and stuff, but it wasn't anything major. There we go. Okay, so I love that. Isn't that fun? Okay, so my idea, I never know what I'm going to do, but I have this. I thought this would be kind of fun if we suspended it. Have you seen those one, like, greeting cards, and they suspend the circles? So we could sandwich two together and have it suspended. The thing is, my one circle is this size, so I'm going to go a size smaller. I'm going to cut it down, run it through my die cutter, and make these just a touch smaller. And then the size I used for this, I'm going to put a circle about right here. So I'll be right back, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so I have my pieces. Right, where's my other ones? I think I set them aside. Hold on. Okay, so this is the piece I cut out, and then I cut these down so that they'll kind of jiggle in here. So what I'm going to do is, I have this gold thread. I thought that would go really nice. Just happened to see it the other day. Twine. Actually, I guess it is thread. And I think I'm going to double it up. So I'm just going to string it. Maybe I'll triple it. And we're just going to, you know, just put it straight through like this. Sandwich them together. So you may have seen this done before on, let's see if this is upside down. Okay. On greeting cards. You know, they do things like this all the time. So I'm just going to sandwich them together. It's going to capture my twine and then lock those in, you know. Just kind of trim them here. Okay, and then that is going to get glued over here. Now what I was thinking is I really want something that's, I'm going to be able to frame it. And I have all these like cutouts and stuff. So I just have to figure out what is going to work. See, this is, when I did the original cut, I didn't have a die big enough. So I wasn't able to cut that out. So there might be something there that I could use just to kind of frame it out. I think I hear snow falling. So we could do that, or I could cut this down into a, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I like that look a lot better. Just going to cut it around the same width all the way around, and then we will kind of frame it out. So let me see how I'm going to do this. So if I go from the center of the circle, maybe I can kind of get it trimmed up correctly. So it's all somewhat the same. Go ahead and glue this down right here and here. Just so it is. Uh-oh. One of my threads. if it'll hold. Not yet, huh? Let's see. Put a little on top of it, maybe. Okay, well that's where we want it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink around this. Where's my, here it is. I should have done that too, huh? Probably doesn't matter if I pull it up and ink it. It's chilly in here though because we have the windows open. But Clint talked to somebody and they said if you put a hole in the wall, like directly underneath the heater, you don't have to leave your windows open. So I think we're going to definitely try that because, yeah, that's still moving. I'm going to go ahead and ink it real quick while I'm thinking about it. Ink blenders still on sale in the store through today, the end of the day today. I think I already mentioned that, but you know, just a holler out. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try that and then I'm going to just glue this down. I'm using art glitter glue. It's my favorite for paper. Just around the edges. And then I'm going to put a little extra, well, I guess everywhere really, but especially, you know, where that thread's going. And then maybe that will help keep it in place. Okay. Into place there. And then that will be, and if you wanted to, you could twist this. That's the thing with the cards, you twist it and then when you open it, it comes open. So you can do however you want with that, but I think that's a fun element for inside the journal. So that was just came to me this morning. Let's put it in this one. Go ahead and put some of the other papers in here so I can kind of see what we still need to do. So on each of these. And I was thinking if we still have some of those circles, I think we still have two, we might could make another paper, or another kind of fancy paper. Actually, let's put this one in, this one too, I guess for now. If I need it, I'll pull it, maybe, you know, use this to back some tags and stuff. I don't have any blue dye, though I might have Kool-Aid, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's look and see what we have. We have this one. Then we have all these cut out, you know. So two, that could be, is that all I have? Ooh, I have that one. I had one more. Can't remember it. And I don't want to misplace my dies because I did that before. Okay, so that looks like that's all. Okay, so can we create another one? Let's see. Another paper. So I was thinking, Kathy's thing. I mean, we could technically cut out, I'm just thinking about what I would do. Could we cut out like just the center part? You know, that might be kind of interesting, and kind of add the same element like to the other signature. Let's try that. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try it. Because, oh, and I did order more paper because I sold all my paper packs, but I will be having more in the store. In fact, hopefully today I can get them cut up, and maybe I'll just, you know, extend the sale for the paper packs. I don't know. We'll see how that works. So the center of this is 8.5. So I need 4. Hold on. Tim Holtz to the rescue. Let me put some stuff away before I lose it. I love the Tim Holtz ruler because it has a 0, and then I can figure out where I want to cut. So if I have 4.25 on each side, okay, 4.25. So the center, if I cut, let me find a pencil and not a pen. You would think with me drawing that I would have one, and I do. Okay, so if we cut it at 4.5, which would be 8.5, would that fit? No. Okay, so I don't want to go, so 4.75, 7.25. That's what I need. Okay, so let's bring it back over here. Kind of measure, or do that up. 4.75, 7.25. I think that will. That is 3 inches, and that is 3 inches, so close enough. Okay. So I'm going to cut that out. I can't see. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, wait, do I want to go there? I think I want to leave just a little bit at the edge. I went a little over, but that's okay. This one, about right there. You can use an X-Acto knife for this part if you would like to. Okay. Of course, now I need, ooh, I have an eraser. I see it. I hope I have, hope it works. Sometimes I'm not that smart. There's an eraser there, but how do you get it out? There we go. Make sure it doesn't leave like black marks all over. Probably not going to see these anyways, but okay. Let's go ahead and my new leaf for next year is to pick up as I go, clean up as I go. Don't hold me to that. Okay. Let's go ahead and stencil on this. So I also remember I have those other little tiny stencils, so we can kind of, you know, add those along as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Heard some of you have had some snow. Crazy in New York and all that. I don't know if it's still bad over there, but I would think it would be. We don't have news anymore. Don't really have TV. We pay for a couple of apps like Hallmark. I told Clint, I don't care as long as it's, but it's cheaper to pay for an app and easier to cancel it than it is to pay for that darn TV. And then they raised it like $25, $30 a month, just out of the blue. So we decided we don't need that. We can pay for an app for that, you know, for like $7 a month. So we don't need that. Don't need TV anymore. Anyways, my point is, we don't have news, though I hear plenty of it. Mom watches it all day. Clint watches it. And they both tell me about it, so I have Facebook. Most things, you know, if it's like a shooting or something, most things end up on Facebook. So sometimes Mom will say, so-and-so's dead, so then we go and look, and you know, they just spread crap like that all over the internet, and half the time it's not correct. She's like, oh, I can't believe he died. And we go and look, because it's not on Facebook, so we do a search, and scam going around, you know. And then Mom got a notice the other day. She's supposed to win like $3 million. She said, I can't wait until tomorrow when I get my $3 million. And she knew it was a scam. We just laughed and laughed, you know. Then you think about people who don't know it's a scam, you know. And I feel so bad for the elderly and stuff. You hear stories now how the bank clerk or whatever has, you know, or even just a regular grocery clerk, they see somebody buying a lot of gift cards, and so they kind of question them and stuff, and they save these people thousands of dollars and from getting scammed. Just boggles my brain that these scam artists, I tell you. We got one the other day. I know, I don't know why I'm rambling, but I am. That's my channel, so I can. Anyways, Clint got one the other day, and it said, we have hijacked your computer, and unless you pay a certain amount of money by, I think it was like November the 2nd or something, because he didn't check that email. I mean, we just thought. Anyways, they're gonna, they were blackmailing us, essentially. They said, unless you pay us this money, we're going to release your private information on your YouTube, and you know what videos you've been watching. We don't watch that kind of stuff. But I was thinking, you know, how sad that, you know, they just don't have anything else. So yeah, your community is not going to like to see what you watch in your spare time and all that. So if you get anything like that, it's just spam. I tell you, it's ridiculous. But I was thinking, oh, jeez. You know, anything. But essentially, if you look things up on the internet, do a research, you know, I looked up the guy's name. I was like, you know, let's just look him up. Yeah, it's a scam that started the first part of October. Going around, you know. I'm gonna blackmail you unless you... It's like, whatever. I just roll my eyes at them. But it makes you worried because some people do fall for that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm just jabbering today. Haven't had anyone to talk to recently. Clint was gone most of the day. Well, yesterday in the morning. He's so funny though, but he's working his fingers to the bones today on ink blenders, because we've had a pretty successful sale. And he did have a big stockpile, so most of them are going out pretty quick. I love that. Betty's grandmother, you know, she passed away, and she wrote me earlier and said that she was on her way to the funeral. I am going to put this about here. I hope that's the right size. I'm going to be bummed if it's not. Were you guys telling me? Oh yeah, that's the right size. Let's go ahead and put those in. I tell you, where's my other one? The other one was kind of plain, wasn't it? But if I turn it, and then we could put, like, what do we have? You know, one of these guys. That's kind of a big one to work with. So maybe we could do the bouquet. Let's do that. I'm going to turn it so it's a little bit different. And we'll do this real quick. But yeah, so she was heading to her nanny's funeral, and she was going to sing. I'm sure it's hard on her, you know. My grandmother passed September before my mom passed the next February. My grandmother and I were best friends, is what I say. We used to work together, and a very strong Christian lady. My grandfather was a Baptist preacher, and they pretty much raised us. So I was raised Baptist, still Baptist to this day. And I believe that you can be Christian. You don't necessarily have to be Baptist, you know. There's all different kinds of people out there that I think I will see in heaven again. So, ooh, I kind of like that. That's cute. Let's put that there. But yeah, I was just thinking how hard it is for her. But I remember when my grandmother passed, and she knew that we didn't have the money to get back down there to her, and she knew she was fixing to pass. So she called me and said, "Don't waste your money on coming down to my funeral, because I won't be there anyways." Yeah, but I sure do miss her. You know what I should have done is, when I do the edges of this, I think it'll make it kind of stand out a little bit more. But yeah, she was my heart. No one else could call her Granny. Well, or should I say, no one dared call her Granny. I would call her Granny. We used to work in the same office for like 5 years, and our desks were side by side, so I really got to know her pretty well, and which was pretty awesome. And she would so it was kind of my best friend, you know. Okay, let's do this one too. But it is hard losing that, you know. I have her recipes and stuff, and I cook them often, and they remind me of her. It's kind of her legacy to us. What's her cooking? And actually, I didn't think about putting pockets on the back, but we could if we chose to, couldn't we? Okay. So this one needs to go about there, and I think that'll go fine. Let's put the flowers. edge. Just don't really want it, you know, dropping too far on the edge. Could do that same thing on this, like we did the one with the little eyelet or the brad. Yeah, I still have some. We could even do 2. Let's do that. Just to give it some interest. So definitely sturdiness, huh? Not too bad. Oh. Light is finishing up her tatting. So if you're looking for different colors of tatting, they should be in the store today when you go in there. She's ready to be done. She's been working on it for a while. Did you hear that? I think that's stuff melting. That is so cute. We could even put one over here and just make sure that it stays. Let's go ahead and do that, because I still have 2. I don't know if I want 2 over there though, do I? Sure, why not? 1 there and 1 here. It's not really lined up, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Got it up my fingernail. Wonder if Daddy fed the critters, because I don't hear them out there anymore. That's kind of cute. You could definitely just use that for a card too, couldn't you? So do I want this here? Because I figure I'll just leave this kind of blank for you, for whoever gets it, and you can journal. Still have a fabric flip I need to make before I sew this in. And I did finish the cute little flowers, not flowers, the cute little hearts, the quilted hearts. The lady, her name is Michelle. And her company, the one that I originally saw the idea, is the Padded Heart Company on Etsy, if you're interested in. She made some beautiful ones for Gayle this past week. That's cute. I think I do want them up here too, though. So, but yeah, they're really pretty. And I'm sure she does them totally different. She probably does them a lot simpler than what I do. I just did pretty much mine all by hand, and I think she probably has like a huge piece of fabric, puts the batting, does all the sewing, like the quilted sewing, and then she probably comes back and cuts it into, you know, I would think that's what you would have to do if you're making tons of them to sell. But I have no idea. That's just my take on it, on how how she would do it. Oopsie. It's a little chilly out here. And yes, I think it was Betty Butler who said, "Aren't you freezing?" Yes, Betty, I'm freezing. Excuse me. We do have the windows open for the oxygen sensor, and so we haven't fixed it yet. So I think that is, you know, when it gets windy, I think that's one thing that uses up our propane so quickly. So, how did we do on that, guys? Let's put it in this one over here. That was a fun way. I love this one. I think that's really fun. Hopefully they'll stay. I don't see why they wouldn't. The glue. It's pretty sturdy glue. I am going to put that one in this journal. But I have that too, huh? That's okay. So I think I put 12 pages in these. I was thinking the other day I don't put 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 in each one. So I am going to go ahead and pick out the rest of my papers. And I do have a couple of ideas with them. So let me pick those out, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. And when we come back tomorrow, we should have everything wrapped up, or ready essentially to sew it into the journal and then do some more decorating. So that's my plan. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps us out. And we will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.